What's up guys, welcome back to the channel in another World of Tanks Blitz video. The topic of this one gonna be the Erich Konzept 1. This tier 9 German collector medium tank, and actually the one and only tier 9 German collector medium tank. If you have a look here, we have only one German collector medium tank in the game right now, and it's this tank, the Erich Konzept 1. I'm gonna talk about this tank, equipment, provisions, what we need, stats. I got for you pretty good battle replays showcasing of this vehicle. For all of you who are interested to buy this tank is still available in the store. We can get it from the crates. You saw also my opening. If you are interested, just check out my opening playlist to see which how are the dropping chance of this tank in those containers. In the end, I'll be telling you my opinion about this tank. Yeah, should we go for it or not? It's gonna be then all up to you after watching this full review guide about this vehicle. So let's start straight with the equipment. I'm using here calibrated shells for a reason, because we don't have really the best penetration with this tank, and if we don't go for calibrated shells, we will have huge problems to penetrate especially tier 10 vehicles and especially tier 10 heavy tanks, okay? With only 248 or without calibrated shells, with only 230 with AP shells, and with only less than 300mm of penetration, you will not penetrate anyone, especially tier 10 heavies, okay? That's why go for calibrated shells, and then it's gonna be easier for you to penetrate tier 10 heavies and deal your damage and be decisive and effective on the battlefield. In my opinion, I played a lot of battles with this tank, and I think that we have no shell velocity issues. That's why go for the enhanced gun laying drive for, of course, a shorter and a better aiming time, refined gun, and with that we have also a decent gun with a good accuracy. In my opinion, improved modules. This tank is kind of a bit heavy medium tank, and sometimes I use it, for example, to rush on a bad shot or a T92 or a Sheridan and ram him and deal actually good damage by ramming. Use the enhanced armor. Actually, we can't rely a lot on our armor, especially against tier 10 heavies and TDs, but this armor is really pretty trollish. We're gonna see it later with the armor inspector. We have a very strong upper plate, don't ask me why. A very strong upper plate, and if you are playing hull down, our turret can block also some damage. I'm not saying that you are invincible, but we can really block some damage. And I got for you also a battle. It's gonna be the second battle of this review where I blocked more than 2k damage, and that's also against tier 10 vehicles, okay? So the armor of this tank is very trollish, and we can really block some damage with it, especially if you are playing hull down and using our 8 degrees of gun depression. So I'm using here also enhanced racks for the faster repair time. No, for better modules which can withstand more damage, and with that our tracks can be more durable and take more shots. So that's how I play generally with mediums. If I'm playing with the TD, I go for the toolbox for a faster reload time if I'm out of repair kits. Improved optics, of course. We are medium tanks, we need to spot. Engine accelerator for a better speed, and also I'm using the high-end consumables. To the consumables, we have no specials one here, so I'm going for safety first as always. Multi-purpose restoration pack and repair kit and adrenaline. It's useless to go for engine power boost because we are actually fast enough as a medium tank. We are not the fastest medium tank, but we are actually fast enough. Provision, I'm going for chocolate bars for more DPM, better view range, and in the end I'm going for the improved fuel for 2 more kilometers per hour average speed. That makes a difference. That's why go for the improved fuel. Of course, you are a medium tank, we need that power, we need that speed. To the stats of this tank, and the strength of this vehicle is really its alpha damage. 360 damage per shot, sometimes more, sometimes a bit less, but with precision fire we can really deal a huge damage and go for 450 damage per shot. That's really pretty insane. Penetration, as I told you, with calibrated shells, we still can do the job with this tank. We have insane rotation for that, and a good mobility and a good speed. Yeah, so all in all, actually a solid, good tier 9 medium tank. And yeah, let's check out the armor now. So here we go. This is the armor of this vehicle, the armor profile, and here on flat ground, for example, against 800, and we can see there the upper plate. I don't know why it's red, so it's trollish. If someone by mistake or tank with a high gun dispersion trying to aim here and the shot goes there, well, it's blocked. But if of course the tank go for premium shells like tier 10 heavies or tier 10 TDs, I mean, we are completely penable for everyone. So don't risk a lot against tier 10 heavies and TDs. Try to play sneaky, okay? Try to use your gun depression like this, okay? And if the enemy using normal shells, well, maybe if you're lucky you will block some damage, but that will not happen very often playing, especially against tier 10 heavies and TDs, because actually they have enough penetration to penetrate our armor. But if you go, for example, to tier 10 mediums, here the Leopard 1, well, he will struggle a bit, okay, to penetrate our armor. But most of the tanks who will struggle a lot to pen us are the tier 9 mediums, as we can see here. If you are in a hull down position like this, okay, so we can see using our gun depression 8 degrees, we can block some damage, but only if the enemy is not using, of course, premium shells. As you can see here, we can block some damage, and that's what's happening to me a lot of times in a lot of battles. I somehow managed to block some damage, so it's not the best, okay, frontal armor. I'm not saying that we have a turret like, I don't know, the T-54 or a T-62A. It's really invincible. We can block any shot with it if you are hull down. But with this tank, got kind of trollish armor, and yeah, if you are lucky, if RNG loves you, you will block some damage with it. So try to play sneaky, try to, if you are aiming on someone, or try to go hull down position, and it's kind of, I don't know, 50-50, the shot will go through or will get blocked. That's why think about this tank, the armor of this tank. That's why my experience playing with this tank. And now let's go to the battlefield and see what can we do with this vehicle there, and how this vehicle is performing on the battlefield. Let's go. I got for you here for this battle replay, for this guide, 2 battles randomly in Molenbeek. The first battle gonna be in Molenbeek, and the second one the same, because this map, or actually there is, of course, not only this map, but this map got in the middle good hull down spots, and there where I go always with my mediums, and yeah, use this spot in the middle of the map to spot the enemy tanks and to sneak some shots without being spotted. And also, if I go hold down and in this position, I can also block some damage. I use my depression thanks to this spot to sneak my shots, and just look at this, fire, roll back. And generally, this is how are we going to play with this tank. We have, for a medium tank, a long reload time. Now I'm using adrenaline only 7.1 seconds, but without adrenaline we have more than 8 seconds of reload time. That's a bit long reload time for a medium tank, but for that we have that high alpha damage. That's why don't try to play very aggressive with this vehicle, okay? Don't rush a lot. Try to play a bit from distance, maybe second line. Yeah, because if you get rushed by fast shooting mediums or light tanks, you will be also smoked in seconds. The second reason why we shouldn't rush with this tank is that we saw we don't have the best armor, of course. That means if you rush on an enemy tank and you get spotted, be sure that there is some TDs camping. They will, of course, punish you for that, okay? So try to stick with the team. Try to stay second line. It depends how the battle is going, okay? Sometimes I go, for example, if my whole team go heavy, okay, I go from the other side and I flank the enemy, okay? So the whole enemy tanks are focusing on my heavies, on my TDs, and maybe I got 1 or 2 mediums with me, and I'm the one who's going to flank from distance. Here we go, I'm already destroyed of the WZ120. And now the time is, of course, to play more aggressive. After in the beginning going to the middle, spotting and doing my job from distance, now yeah, we are outnumbering the enemy team. Look at this damage for ramming, I was talking about it. That's why use that in the equipment to do more damage by ramming. Here we go, finishing the area, the SU-13 OPM by ramming. Already my 4th enemy tank destroyed. And yeah, as I told you, now we are leading this battle. We are outnumbering the enemy team. That means, yeah, gas, gas, gas. Let's go now. We can go full risk. I'm gonna rush on the Moistin and the A75 and do the rest of my duty, winning this battle. Oh, only track broken on that E75. I got also lucky he missed his shot. The Moistin is staring at me right now. I don't want to get penned by that dude. He got also pretty high alpha damage. I don't want to lose my hit points. Here we go, finally I can pen the E75, roll back again. So I'm repeating the whole time the same gameplay, okay? Roll out, sneak a shot, fall back again, okay? Try to stay, always use those hold down positions, those high ground positions to deal your damage without being spotted or without getting damage. Here I risked the shot from the Moistin because my goal is, or was, to finish the E75. Here I missed again my shot, and here we can see also that we don't really have the best penetration. I'm struggling a lot here to penetrate the E75. Yeah, that's why one of the things that I don't like about the SEG is of course the penetration. And we have to be honest, yeah, kind of penetration issues, but actually it is how it is. That's the average penetration what we have with medium tanks, okay? We can't have more. For that we have that mobility and we have that gun accuracy. As we saw here in this battle, I was able to even go for more damage. I missed 3 shots on the E75, 2 gone on tracks, 2 not penetrated. In the end, we will see here, I will be going for 4k damage, but yeah. More was possible, more damage was possible as we saw. Maybe if I didn't miss that shot on the E75, I will be able to go for maybe 5k damage and get my async mastery badge in this battle. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Carried my team, 4 enemy tanks destroyed, nearly 4.2k of damage, and this is actually a proof that this tank, if played well, if played correctly, if you know how to drive it, is actually a beast on the battlefield. We can deal a lot of damage thanks to our high alpha damage. And yeah, so play it correctly in the right hands. It's a solid tier 9 medium tank. And now let's check out the second battle I got for you, where I'm showcasing more that we can really also block some damage with this vehicle. And let's see how I was driving the tank right there. The same map, but from the other side this time. And playing against plenty of tier 9s and tier 8s. And in those kind of battles, playing against same tier tanks or lower tier tanks, we can see here that we can block a lot of damage with this vehicle. As I told you, against lower tier tanks, we have really a higher chance, a higher probability to block more damage with this tank. Here we go. The T-49 spotted. I'm gonna roll back again until maybe I disappear from his side and then slap him again. Here we go, shot blocked. So the armor is working, guys. I mean, we know all T-49 with a derp gun don't have the best penetration, but we still block some damage. We don't have really that kind of paper armor. We can block some damage with this tank here. Also again, the ST-1, a tier 9 heavy tank, wasn't able to penetrate. I don't know, maybe that was the upper plate or the turret, but we can see we got some armor. We can rely a bit on our armor, especially if you are on hold down positions using our gun depression. And as we can see here, I'm playing the same play style like the first battle, from distance, second line. Yeah, because I know that if I get spotted, I will get spammed. I know that I don't have the best armor, so I need to play careful, sneaky, as always, especially in the beginning of the battle. Then we can play more aggressive, you can rush more. Here, my mission was to finish the ST1. Even maybe I will take some damage for that, but at least now we are leading the battle. We are a step closer to win this battle. Always finish the low HP tanks, very important. Don't be greedy and think, no, I must go for more damage. I don't want to finish that 1 HP tank. No, finish him. Don't care about damage and hit point in those kind of battles, because sometimes they will end up they go wrong from actually a very secure win to loss because you was greedy. I'm talking from experience because I did the same by myself. Sometimes I don't go for the standard B, I say no, I want to go for more damage, and then the standard B somehow survives, for example, and then he will be the problem in the end, and he will, for example, be the reason why the enemy team will win. Always finish low HP tanks, very important. And yeah, that's why I picked up for you this battle, by the way, just to show you and showcase you how to play with this tank again, and also look at the damage blocked, 2.2k damage blocked, okay? So for those players who are saying this tank got a trash armor, this tank got a paper armor and stuff, I saw it in the communities and the comments in some YouTube videos and on Facebook especially, Discord also, people talking about this tank got trash armor, paper armor, don't buy it. No, this tank got some armor. We can block some damage with this tank, and this video is the proof. So yeah guys, we arrived with this battle replay to the end of this video. I'm gonna tell you now what I think about this tank. So should you go for it or not? Is it worth it or not? Well, if you compare this tank to other tier 9 medium tanks, okay, so let's have a look. This tank, very fast, how much damage, how much DPM we got with it, okay, very important. It's a tier 9 medium, we have to talk about DPM. So let's say we got 2.5k DPM. And this tank also reminds me a lot, for example, to the Charfutur. The Charfutur is the tier 9 collector French tank, got also a pretty high alpha damage, okay, 340 nearly, but the difference is we got much more DPM here, 3k DPM, and this tank is really fast, insane rotation, got the same trollish armor, and yeah, also an insane mobility. So if you compare Erich Konzept 1 or Charfutur, absolutely Charfutur, okay. T55A, okay, look at this, nearly 3.1k DPM, and this tank got a pretty strong turret, guys, stronger than the Erich Konzept 1. Let's just talk about tech tree tanks, guys, okay. Standard B is beast, T54, the same here, okay, nearly 3k DPM, insane strong turret, yeah, and that's why E50, Leopard PTA, Centurion, also insane tank with an insane DPM, okay, less, or is this tank not fully trained? Maybe yes, my tank here is not fully trained. If this tank is fully trained, we'll get 2.7k DPM, also more than Erich Konzept 1. And yeah, I think also we got here 10 degrees of gun depression. So yeah, what I want to say is it's not the best, or this tank don't even belong to the best tier 9 mediums in the game, okay, less TPM than the average tanks in this game, 8 degrees of depression. We have tanks, even tech tree tanks with 10 degrees of depression, but even with that, still with that, thanks to this high alpha damage, that makes this tank special, and we can perform good battles. So worth it or not, I mean, I'm not gonna say it's an average tier 9 medium tank. It's a solid, good tier 9 medium tank, but it's really not that OP compared to other tanks in his class. So if you don't have any tier 9 premium or collector and you want to have one for grinding, for getting credits, and at the same time to get just a solid tier 9 medium tank, yes, go for it. If you are new and you want to get fast new tank, higher tier tank, medium tank, yes, we can go for it. But if you have anyway, if you grind it anyway, a lot of tech tree tier 9 medium tanks, and if you have anyway the tanks that I showed you, mediums and collectors in your garage, yeah, this tank is actually just to add it to your collection. This tank will not help you to grind your win rate compared to the other tanks, so it's not that OP. It's a good vehicle, and compared to the other mediums, yeah, it's actually something between average and good. Actually, it's a solid tier 9 medium tank. We got much more better tier 9 mediums in the game. So that was my honest, neutral opinion about this vehicle. It's all up to you now if you want to buy it or not. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If yes, you know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and see you soon in the next video, guys. Bye bye.